Good morning from beautiful Brisbane, Australia. I can't turn my phone around today, but we're going to do a wonderful CPtsd live video this morning, and we're going to talk about dissociation. And I've got a brand new booklet I've done for you this morning because after I got out of gym this morning, I realised how much my breathing is unconsciously, like as in I don't know, shutting me down. And I'm so determined that I'm going to find out the crunch point of when unconsciously I'm shutting down. Now, there's a long story to this, but I'll make it brief. Today, welcome to all our new members. It's great to have you with us. And if you're here for the first time, say g'day. If you're here for the replay, do a hashtag replay. And if you have any questions at all, reach out, because when we ask questions, we get answers and we're able to begin taking our one next step in recovery. Now, the first part of this year, so we're heading into 7 weeks in. So I spent most of this year sick, okay, in between doing work. Pardon me. I've been really unwell. So I was like, first of all, was infected sinuses, 3 weeks of antibiotics, 4 weeks to at least start getting well. And then I got the stomach flu, which lasted around another 2 weeks. And then I was like, oh man, I haven't been able to get to gym, and so on and so forth. I did the best I could. But this morning, after spending Friday and Saturday at gym, and yesterday just went to the dogs, and I couldn't make it to gym. But this morning, I was sitting on the bike at gym watching, the show in the US called The Doctors. And they were talking about epilepsy, and they were saying one of the things that can happen with epilepsy is your breathing shuts down, okay? And I'm sitting there going, that's the story of my life, lack of breath. And so then as I went through the thought process, I went, oh my goodness. So when we get sick and our unconscious has shut our body down into a triggered state, which means we're dissociating, which means that I've lived in a state of dissociation for decades and I've been doing my best to break free. And then I went, then if I got sick, then I need to also build more awareness around when I'm living in a state of dissociation and it's just my norm, and when I need to be doing things to break free from that. Now, we did another video on cortisol, and we had a doctor and his video explain how our trigger point for fight, flight, freeze, fawn can be broken. So it's only supposed to last 60 to 90 seconds. But for us, when we've come through such trauma in childhood, that trigger can be ongoing. So our body gets, overloaded with cortisol. And I've been addressing that with the ashwagandha and also with another product that breaks down the fat deposits from the cortisol. And look, it's all starting to work. So on the way home, I went, I need to do this differently. I need to find a way how I can recognize when the trigger's gone off. And I don't know the trigger's gone off because I'm so used to just living in a state of dissociation. So this is what I did for us. And look, the booklet is beautiful. It's done in a beautiful aqua teal greeny colour, but I don't have a colour printer yet, so it's in black and white. So what I did for us today was make a booklet, and we're going to have a daily checklist. I don't know if this is back to front for you or not, and a weekly checklist. Now, these checklists are very, very different to any checklist that you've ever done before. Checklists that we normally do, we write a list and we tick it off that we've actually completed that activity or that event or whatever it is that you want to get done. You tick it when it's done. However, our checklists are different. We need to build an awareness around what we need to have done. So in my my daily checklist, I put things like dishes, washing, shower, eating, exercising, and I'll probably add different things along the way. But the reason why we have to do it this way is because each day, and look, I even went and got a board, which I can hang up, okay? And I'm going to, $2.50 from Kmart, right? Now, each day what I'm going to do is tick in the box. I'm not very good at pointing, am I? Tick in the box, okay, when I've thought about that. All right, so it would be, where am I up to with the dishes? Okay, so for today, I've already done them. I'm not ticking it because I've already done it. I'm ticking it because I'm looking here and I'm making an assessment about where I'm up to today with that area. All right. Now, I will do another one of these daily checklists for my work. All right. So for my work, I have different priorities. And sometimes when dissociation happens, I get caught up in, well, not just the social media stuff, but I get caught up in the bunny hole of going along and reading so many different articles about different things. And I go, oh yeah, that'll connect with that and that'll connect with that. And then I completely forget that I'm supposed to be back doing a session in the business academy to, get the business out into the world, to get our message out into the world. And so I need to do one for business so I keep myself on track. Now, how does that help us with dissociation? It means that, for starters, if I'm not doing the checklist each day, as in if I'm not building an awareness of my day-to-day stuff, our reality. Now remember, Dr. Bessel van der Kolk, The Body Keeps the Score, says to us, our greatest challenge is reality. And when I first read that, I was like, seriously, I got a better grasp on reality than most people. But apart from that, was really just a dry joke. What it is when we're in this state of deep dissociation, time just goes missing. And this is one of the ways I realised that this was happening for me last year, was that I kept losing these large chunks of time. Like, I wasn't getting things done. And it didn't make sense. So what I will do is have my checklist beside me and just run through it, even if it means I run through it once every couple of hours, once every 4 or 5 hours. It doesn't matter. It's building the awareness into today, where I'm up to today, what it is. And it's not about putting pressure on me. It's about recognising that if I'm not going back to the list, then dissociations happen and I have to go and address the dissociation so that I don't become unwell again, all right? So I don't recognise when I'm not breathing properly and, for days at a time. And 2, it helps me go, right, what's my one next step? What's the one next step that I'm aiming for, and am I getting off track from it? And the reason this is so important is because we've been living on hypo or hyperarousal for so long that we don't even realise that we get off track. We get focused on what we're doing and then we don't know, because of the dissociation, we don't know that we've just lost track of about 5 hours or so, or whatever it is for you today. But today, when I got back from gym, I didn't just do the booklet, I actually wrote a list out of what I want to achieve today so that I can track it. Now, it's not about whether I get it done or not. Remember that. From your heart, remember that. It's not about whether you get it done or not. It's about whether you're able to build it into your day and build the awareness into your day, because if it's not happening over a couple of days, then you know that dissociation is likely, and we want to address that. Okay, so this booklet is free. It's in the free resources, and if you're on the Facebook page, if you look down below, you will see the post that leads to the free resources and what the dissociation resource is under, because we've got lots in the free library. And if you're on YouTube, the link to this free resource will be down below as well. If you have any questions, feel welcome to ask. And remember, above and beyond everything else, you are loved and we get through this together. Okay? Bye for now.